Hi, I'm Dr. Kerri Masutto, primary care and functional medicine board certified physician at Parsley Health. And I'm here to talk to you about how I'm coping in this very unique shelter at home situation that so many of us are in right now. And I have 3 tips that I hope will be really helpful because they've really helped me in these last couple of weeks, and I'm definitely going to be continuing them as time goes on. So, number 1 is cultivating laughter and joy. And this is one of those ones that I think we really forget just how much kind of joy and fun it can be to interact with people out in the real world. And we forget about it until you're at home by yourself, or maybe just with your partner or your family, and you lose a lot of those interactions that you normally get throughout the day that would make you chuckle or laugh or just even smile. So, recognizing that it's okay to laugh, and it's actually a really important thing for us as human beings to feel joy and love and laughter even during these really hard times. So, whether that's watching a comedian on Netflix or playing a board game with your family that gets you all really competitive, whatever will make you laugh and kind of find some joy in your day to day, super important. Number 2 is to change it up a little bit. And what I mean by this is your actual physical home environment. See, very often we have been told that you actually want to keep all of your same day-to-day rituals when you're now working from home, which means getting up at the same time, getting dressed for work and getting out of your sweatpants, and starting work and ending work at the same time every day. And those are all great, and you definitely should continue to do those. But it gets kind of funny because we all start to lose this sense of how long have we been doing this? Every day just sort of seems to kind of like bleed into the next, and you can't really tell the difference between them, right? And that's because our brain really shuts off when we're in a static environment. When we're in a place that our brain knows isn't really changing day to day, it will kind of stop looking at the details. And that allows one day to just bleed into the next. So some fun things that you can do. What I do is, like, every 6 to 9 months, I'll just completely rearrange all of the furniture and decorations in my home or in my office, and it feels almost like a completely new space. You don't have to be that extreme though. You can do simple things like moving a piece of art around that it kind of is enough that your brain notices that something is different in your home. You can also play kind of a fun game of moving things around that you are normally just on autopilot when you go for, like your silverware, or flipping your dishes and your spice cabinet, moving your toothbrush to the other side of the sink. These seem like really small and simple things, but what they do is it will shake you out of your autopilot that you're normally in throughout the day. And it allows you to be present in the moment and kind of feel like you're in a new space instead of the exact same space every single day. So change up your environment, play with it, have fun, because it actually is quite funny when you find yourself going for the silverware, going for your fork in like the same drawer over and over again, even though it's been moved. So silly things like that can actually, really help you feel like there's a little difference day to day. And number 3 is to have a healthy mental escape. Normally when you work in an office, you can kind of say, I'm going to leave the office at the office. I'm going to leave work at the office. And then when you go to work in the morning, it's also like, well, if there's any trouble at home, I'm going to leave that at home and I'm going to go to work. And when you're doing all of that in one place and you kind of can't get away from any aspect of your life because it's all there all the time, you have to create some mental escape. And this can be done in a very healthy way, like reading, which is one of my biggest things that I do, meditating, doing a personal little dance party, whatever it is. I've been using Scribd, and it's like an unlimited book and audiobook service, which has been amazing because I am constantly reading or listening to 3 to 4 different books at a time, just depending on my mood. And so something like a little self-development with Chris Voss's Never Split the Difference, where he is an FBI negotiator and he teaches you how to negotiate like you wouldn't believe. It's completely life-changing because you can use it in every aspect of your life. This is the second time I'm reading it actually because it's so good. And then having like a fantasy book or something that just really engrosses you, that you kind of can go to a different world and be a part of that for even just a little bit every day, can allow you to sort of, have a little break from everything that's going on. And so the series that I just finished up was the series by, the author is Charlie Holmberg, and the series was The Paper Magician. It's just a really fun little kind of series of books in a completely different time and world. And so I just love that. So I recommend that. But whatever it is that just brings you some joy and allows your brain to relax, not think about kind of everything that's going on and go to a different place, this is the time to really make sure that you're doing that every single day. So those are my 3 tips for ways to kind of cope with this living from home and all that we're going through. Remember, every day, cultivate some joy, change up your environment, and find a way to have a little healthy mental escape. And then, of course, reach out to those around you, to loved ones, friends, and family, or the support of a healthcare provider if it's something that you need. We're all here for each other during this time, and we'll get through this together. Take care.